So, and a very good morning from Rettendon in Essex, where we're at the Echoes of History event. Now, I'm a little bit early, but I found this hut dedicated to the Korean War. I found it most interesting. Come on, young man, what's the TROG'S?
Right, TROG is what used to be called Transport Regiments of Germany, and every division in Germany had an armoured transport regiment. And
That'd be a lot then.
Yeah. I think at any one time there was about 70,000 RCT troops in Germany, and so they were called TROG'S, Transport Regiments of Germany. We go everywhere with them now, and obviously the most important one is this one, because he's carrying what's called a yellow handbag.
Okay.
And it's obviously a crate of Herpila. And you speak to any soldier who served in Germany, they'll know that the yellow handbag is most important. What we used to do is, if we were going out on exercise, we'd fill up the bins with bottles or crates of Herpy. And when I show you down the other end there, we had a stable belt, which was and still is the best made bottle opener going.
Oh, I'm going to have a look at that.
Oh yes.
Let's have a look.
Yeah. Oh.
So you served in Germany a while?
Yeah, I was born there.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, my dad was in the army.
Oh wow, look at you.
And
You're the real deal. There we go.
that's all my dad's stuff. Right, now this is what is a stable belt. And as I said to you, it's the best bottle opener in the world. Perfect bottle opener.
And it was never designed to be so, or was it?
Oh well, see, we don't know.
See.
You never know. We think somebody had a good idea, and that's how they were created. So obviously they're the old stable belts.
Yep.
So they're no good for opening bottles.
No.
But no, when they did most of the stable, but even the paras were the same.
Oh, okay.
So they can open a bottle of beer in the middle of a field and not worry about it.
I was just admiring this lovely bottle you got
Yeah,
here.
right. Well, this is from Junior Leaders Regiment, War Corps Transport. I joined the RCT in 1978 when it was JLR. I went to a retired One Officer Senior NCO's dinner about 12 years ago, and one of them had this for auction.
Oh.
And I paid, it was full of brandy, so I paid the money for it, gave it to my dad for his birthday, and he emptied. Now, the hip flask at the back there, the black one, that's still got the brandy in.
Oh wow, the
The
same
last
brandy.
bits from that.
So that's got to be about 5 litres, isn't it?
Yeah, it's an old Asback bottle. Yeah, we used to buy them in Germany. And once it's emptied, we used to put all the Fennings and that in there at the bar.
Oh, yeah.
And the little trick was, if somebody came in, started going off saying he was clever, we'd make them straight arm, full of coins, lifted up and hold it there for 10 seconds. If he couldn't, he was fined a round for everybody in the bar.
Oh, expensive.
Well, no, because
it's,
it was only about 80 Pfennigs.
Subsidised, yeah.
Oh no, it's about 80 Pfennigs for a pint and 1 Deutschmark for a short.
So just a bit of fun, basically.
Yeah. Yes, precisely.
Well, thanks for setting this up. I'm sure you'll get a
we
lot of
come
people
every
having a-
year.
Yeah.
We've been coming to these shows with the boys from the MBT for over 30 years now. So we don't mind in the slightest.
Well, I hope you do a bit of reminiscing today.
Yeah, we always
some
do.
lads have been in
People
Germany.
ask, we can tell them.
All right, thanks for your time.
Yeah,
Bye.
lovely.
Bye,
Take
mate.
care. Morning, gentlemen. Afternoon.
Cock, can I use your seat a minute?
Here we go. Here we go.
I'm older than you. The 2 on the back I made.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I made the
You're like Kelly's heroes, you are.
I made the twin Vickers during the first lockdown and the Browning during the second lockdown.
I like it.
They're wood and that's 10 poles and wood. And the Browning's just a bit of 2 before with a drain pipe on the
Amazing
front.
what you can do with a bit of amorite.
It's, if you paint it with the amorite,
I can see that.
and then you've got to get a little tin of silver paint and a bit of sponge and just dab it
Patina.
where it looks like where it would normally wear, like around the trigger and the magazine. Yeah, and if you go on Google, both these guns, well, virtually all the guns, you can see a complete plan with all the correct dimensions and what all the different bits do. So all the little bits that are just made out of MDF and glued on.
There's no stopping you today. You're in your element, aren't you?
Yeah.
All right, you enjoy your day.
Thank
nice
you.
talking to you.
See ya.
Be safe. Just see, I'm starting to work out a lot of these units, these little buildings are memorials to different regiments.
Александр дает все эти указания.
Возле арены как-то все скучкуемся и никак не ходим ближе. На нас смотрят зрители, нас снимают.
Хорошо, тогда тоже все.
И тоже все. Тогда сейчас будем ознакомливаться по очереди. Я думаю, лучше с семьями. Там, Стафьевые, Бредовые, Вины, по очереди, все. Посмотрим, как это у нас получится.
Ну, и нужно понимать, что это первый раз. Мы просим вас ознакомиться и то есть.
So hello gentlemen, I'm with the Soviet Army, is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. Our group is called the 6th Guards Rifle Regiment. We are representing infantry, but we are lucky enough to have a good numbers within the group. So we do set for the hospital, field hospital. We have got the artillery section. Obviously each event is different, and this is a relaxing event for us before military odyssey, which is in 2 weeks' time. So
Okay.
we have it very easy.
So what you was doing there, was that because obviously I don't understand Russian, well I could do, you don't know that, but was that a debrief of today's events, or I'm guessing?
Yes,
It is a brief for today's events. We're doing it on a daily basis. Sometimes it's twice a day when we have any new or updates on the current situation. And at the moment, it was basically instructions for the planning day.
Okay. Have you got any? Will you be taking part in reenactment today on the battlefield, or?
Yes.
Oh, you will be. Okay.
On the Soviet side, we will be battling against Germans.
Okay. And what? So you're representing the Second World War, I take it.
That's correct.
What sort of area would you have been fighting in your representation?
Well, as a unit, we portray 6th Guards Rifle Regiment, which was part of 2nd Division, 2nd Guards Division, and we have started our existence through World War II in the sort of western part of the Smolensk area, and then moved alongside of the original path of this unit for the war.
Where's the Smolensk? Where is that?
Smolensk.
Yeah, where is that?
It's between, say, Belarus and Moscow.
Oh, okay.
So it's like a.
So it's quite deep inside Soviet Union.
It was quite deep.
Yeah.
And, originally it was different. Division was called the 127th, but to do the battles around Yelna, it's become the Guards title. It has got to do for the achievements in the war. It become the Guards unit. So
Okay.
Guards unit were more elite, if you know what I mean.
Okay. Did your grandfather serve in what you called the Great? What did you call it? The Great War, or
Great Patriotic War.
the
yes.
Great Patriotic War? That's right. Did they serve in it?
Yes, my granddad was in the infantry, and he took part in the famous Kursk battle. He was wounded very badly and barely survived but by pure chance. Well, he survived the war, and I managed to see him. He's died in 1991.
Oh, okay, so you remember him?
I was 13.
Oh, okay, you're a
about
young
12 years
teenager,
old.
yeah.
Probably 11 and a half, 12 when I seen him last time, because he was living from far away.
Okay. What about you, sir? Did your grandfather serve
Yes,
as well?
both of my grandfathers, they've been serving in World War II. My first grandfather, he died in 1942. He was a miner. He died from wounds he got after the explosion. And my second grandfather, he served through whole war. He was a school teacher. He didn't have to go for battle, but he signed. Everyone was telling him, why would you do it if you can stay home? He said, no, I have to fight.
Yeah.
And he was a man who had pretty much like from a movie Hacksaw Ridge. He didn't want to fight with the weapons. He was a medic. He was basically on a front line, getting injured people from front line to hospital, and he was awarded with a medal for bravery.
Wow. Well, thanks for both sharing your family history, and have a good day in this lovely weather.
Yeah,
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Very
Thank you very much.
welcome.
Thank you.
It's the next level, isn't it?
Good afternoon. Good morning, gentlemen. You long bowmen?
We are. Yep.
You got yew tree bows, have you?
Yes.
Oh, look at this English
That's a
yew.
piece of English yew, that is.
Oh, it's very light.
Yeah, but it's dense. So.
A bit like me.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah. So to pull that back to your rear, you're holding about 100 pounds draw weight, and that is probably at the low end of the scale of these bows in the 14.
Sorry, what was that again?
So to pull this back and hold it
Yeah.
at your rear, you're holding about 100 pounds.
About 50 kilos.
Yeah, 50 kilos or so.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah. It is, but that's probably the lower end of the scale for bows in the medieval period. Anything from 100 up to 160, 180 pounds draw weight.
Wow. So what are you covering? What period?
What is it called? The 100 Years' War.
Okay,
So
so
it's
1300s.
Yeah, mid 14th century
Okay.
to mid 15th century.
A busy time.
It was, yeah, a time of warfare between England and France.
Wow.
It was actually 116 years, but there were lots of truces, so start and stop throughout that period.
It went into the 1400s, didn't it?
So 1453.
Yeah, because you got Agincourt.
Battle of
obviously.
Castellon. Yeah, Agincourt was 1415. So in the reigns of like Edward III, Richard II, Henry V and VI.
All right, well enjoy your day in your
Thank you very
woolen gabons,
Yeah,
isn't it?
Gambesons. So you're almost there. Yeah.
Yeah, get used to it.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you very much.
See ya.
Just get that back in free.
It's a great radio. That's the real deal, isn't it?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So if you look on that picture there, so what they were using on there, that spy set called a Paraset. I didn't bring it with me. It's a bit too expensive to bring to shows. That's called a HRO, made by an American company called National. At the start of the war, we sent people to America, before the Americans were involved, to buy as many of these that we could get hold of. They're going around amateur radio suppliers and buying them up for people like the Radio Security Services, the Y stations and so on. Got the typewriter, you can see the Imperial typewriter there, the same model.
Fantastic.
Same power supply.
Oh wow, yeah, you've matched it really well.
Yeah, now this is it's called the Wadden Tinkerbox. This organisation, they made their own transmitters. They were staffed by radio amateurs who were familiar with, what was kind of, what was typical for radio amateurs to use at the time. They look at the American publications, and this transmitter was based very much on an American design from the 1930s called the Wadden Tinkerbox. Yeah. Now that's a replica of it. I mean, a real one, you're probably talking a couple of grams, you know what I mean, if you can find one. Beaver here has changeable coil packs. These are the coil packs here. As you can see in that picture there, it's the same thing.
What are you into this line of...
Well, what it was, I'm a radio amateur, number one, so I also enjoy working on vintage gear. So I renovate all this old gear for myself and other people. And I thought, well, I'll do this unit because there was a chap who was in this unit who was responsible for this photograph actually, called Pat Hawker, who G3 Victor Alpha was his call sign, and he's a prolific writer after the war in the amateur press, so in the magazines, and he wrote many books. He had a column in the magazines called Technical Topics. Speak to any amateur over 60, they've probably heard of Pat Hawker and Technical Topics. And so it's really in his honour that I do this. And but in addition to that, a lot of it was done by wireless, and of course it had to be very, very carefully encrypted, because if the Germans got any suspicion that we were able to listen in on their transmissions and decrypt Enigma, we would have lost the whole of Bletchley very quickly. So there were these specialist signal units that were tasked with getting that information back to Patton, back to Monty, in the field in Europe and also North Africa. And they were called SEU-8, and they were based in Wadden, which is near Milton Keynes. And they had there's a ridge there called Windy Ridge, and they had the transmitters there. And they had a listening post, I think, at Nash, a place called Nash. And at Wadden, this is where they built these transmitters. So they built their own transmitters, and they were quite clever. So rather than having like really high power transmitters, they just used low power transmitters that wouldn't attract too much attention. These only do about 20-25 watts, but of course the information they were sending was of absolutely national importance, vital intelligence. So this is listening on the 40 metre amateur band, around about 7.1 megahertz, or megacycles as they used to call it in the day. So he's a Welsh station.
GW3 KJW M0 NMI. Yeah, very good there, Pat. Got you. I'm still hearing you even when you were on 7 watts. I guess your amplifier kicked out or something.
No, this is live.
Anyway, you're certainly back up to.
These are actually on the air now.
No problem.
So this guy's in Wales.
Good morning, John. Back to 5 and 7 on the call in. 5 and 7. Lovely weather here today.
So yeah, this is all live. Yeah.
It's quite nice today. Supposed to be getting very warm, isn't it? Anyway,
it certainly is.
Before you go, so GW3, KJW,
So he's another Welsh station. That's a guy with a sock over his microphone.
Brian next.
Sweet as a nut, mate. Never missed a beat. Run beautiful. Oh, I really enjoyed that. Thank you.
I'm going to go that way this time.
That's a brilliant speed.
Just looks like you need an infantry to an engineer.
What era are you in, lads? What era are you in?
It's 41, 45, Southeast Asia.
Burma?
Southeast Asia, so you've got
Does
Malaya,
that cover it? Oh, all right.
Burma. No, Burma's in there as well. Malaya, Thailand, Burma. So we represent the troops that were kind of in the whole theatre, really.
What's got you into Burma then, or the sort of Asia side of it?
It's just a forgotten campaign, a forgotten conflict, as it were. A lot of the living history groups kind of tend to focus more on the Northwest Europe, although it's nice to see, I think a lot more people are becoming more interested in it. We just thought we'd do something different.
You brought the weather with you.
Yeah. Rather the monsoon right now.
I said I could throw some water on you.
You could do. Go on then.
Well, don't tempt me.
We imported the weather from Burma, so
Yeah,
You certainly have.
yeah.
all part of the display.
Yeah, it's all
certainly
part
have.
of the display.
Have you
So
looked
if you
at
go,
the... Yeah,
go
sorry.
500 metres down the road, it's freezing cold because they're in eastern front.
Have you seen the Korean, as you enter the sort of camp, there's a Korean hut memorial. Haven't you seen that?
Yeah, no, we've got the Korean War Memorial.
Go and have a look at it, it's really good. I had a look inside, yeah.
Have a
Just
look
by
at
the exit.
that. Okay, I'll have a look at that. That'd be quite cool.
All right, enjoy the Asian weather.
Try not to.
See you later.
See you later. See you.
Okay, found it. Okay.
Martin down.
Well, I don't want those people in the background. Look at the picture. When you look at the background, you have those people. And it's all bright colours, so I'm going to go here. Tom, look up.
So just forming up in the arena now is Dan here. The Hunter officer is going to take over and explain to you their capabilities and give a weapons demonstration.
Up until this point, machine guns were heavy based. Purely simply, you were not allowed to have a weapon of this kind that can actually be 34 mounted on the motorcycle combination, and with a bit of luck, that might well fire. Give you an idea of what the MG-34 sounds like. Of course, unlike modern day bikes, you don't just press a button and it fires up, there's a bit of work involved. But as soon as it's up and running, I hope it works, we're going to get it back again. There we go.
And I'm selling land that doesn't actually belong to me, because it belongs to the Indians.
Ah, okay.
And it's making me lots of money.
Yep. And what sort of era would that be? What sort of decade?
1876.
1876.
Yeah.
And what are you doing now, sir? I see you've got a lot of weapons out.
Well, we had a spot of bother the other night with some from gentlemen, they call themselves, from Deadwood.
Great name.
And they're trying to muscle in on my little empire. So we had a bit of an argument, and we're expecting further trouble today. And that will be coming later in the day, I guarantee that. So I'm making sure that I'm armed to the teeth and I'm ready, because it takes a while to load some of these guns, you see. And we shall rally everybody else around, and well, we'll see what happens.
So here we've got an array of weapons.
Right, what you see here, this is actually, I mean, it's not an original, but it's an Italian replica, but it's a live firer, so it's on a firearm certificate, and it's actually a Colt Walker, made in 1847 originally, 4 caliber, 60 grains of black powder into there, And then once you put the powder in, you get your ball and you pop that in there. And then what you have to do is with that, you've got to ram it down like that. And then after doing all that, you then got to cap them. So you get little caps there. They're your percussion caps. And then they sit on the end there. So it's a bit of a process to load.
So this would be when Colts were hand loaded. You didn't have a round with a jacket on it. So
no.
The cartridge.
No,
yeah.
no.
So
No.
it's very slow.
Yeah, but that's why people would carry 2 or 3 pistols. Now that's a heavyweight.
Can I carry that?
Technically.
Oh, because it's loaded.
Well, it's not. Well, it's not loaded, but our insurance.
No, that's fine. That's
we're not
problem.
allowed to. It's only licence holders can have.
No, it's not a problem.
But then you've got. See, that's what they call a percussion pistol, cap and ball. Then you've got the Remington, which is the 1858 model. So same calibre, just as powerful, but a lot lighter in weight. Made of steel and not cast iron. That was.
So what's got you into this reenactment?
Well, as a kid, I was brought up on westerns. My dad and my brother. What started it for me was back in the 70s. There was a magazine called Weekend, I seem to remember, and they did an article on the gunfight at the OK Corral, which couldn't have been anything. It's so much different to what you'd seen in the old films of the day, and I always looked after that. I was always looking at westerns with a view of what was period correct and what isn't.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, with Hollywood, they've glamorised so much, and a lot of the clothing they see and holsters that hang down here didn't exist. That's a Hollywood creation. That is a period correct holster. That's what that's what they would have worn.
That's a lovely piece of leather, isn't it?
And that's a later one because that's got cartridges.
Oh, okay.
So that would be post 1873. That one. Because prior to that, you carried a little pouch on your belt, and that's what you had your reloading stuff in.
It's a lovely bit of workmanship.
It's not bad. Yeah, somebody we know made that.
Interesting times.
So I only got into reenacting about, I think 15 or 16 years ago. And it's just a hobby that's grown. Great social life. And you get to do a bit of living history.
Good luck in the gunfight.
Yeah, well, we need it.
You're prepared, I see.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we have to use blanks. We can't use live ammo. We'd run out of members.
Yeah,
so.
you would, sure.
We are at Mickleham Priory in Sussex, the old moated priory there. Yeah, it's bank holiday, so it's 3 days. It's a lovely little site. Yeah, beautiful. We actually are in
Taking time surfing through his scope at a target. Went on to the beaches on Bingo, 1915, second wave sword meet. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes a very short but hopefully very interesting look at the commandos of World War II.
I think Miles out of joint. I think a couple of quick stops. That's what I was at. Some people are putting up closer. I don't know. Let's go. I quite like this. Non-quick stop. Not just a quick stop.
PIAT is an anti-tank weapon. It was introduced in 1942 so that it would give the infantry the ability to have a weapon that could take out an enemy tank.
So this is the anti-tank weapon before the PIAT.
This was one that the British Army went to war with in 1939, and against Panzer I or Panzer II, it was actually quite an effective weapon. When Germans started using the Panzer IIIs and Panzer IVs, this wasn't able to penetrate the armour unless they got lucky rear shots. So they decided we need to develop a new weapon. This replaced this, yeah. And then with one of these, if you were brave enough and lucky enough, you could knock out pretty much any German tank that you happened to come across. But the drawback was you probably needed to be a maximum of 100 yards away, otherwise you wouldn't have the velocity from it, because essentially it's a large spring. And that's the actual round, and a round would fit in there. And then that would then get fired out of the weapon.
Now the PIAT was used in some really famous battles, I think, from memory, wasn't it?
It was used in the fighting in Normandy, so all the campaign through France, and probably most famously it was used at Arnhem, and you had the Paras using these to go around knocking out German tanks. Because once they ran out of PIAT ammunition, that was probably one of the biggest problems, because they couldn't then, they had nothing effective to fight the tanks. And
so what would the infantry actually carry? How many sort of rounds of this?
Well, these would be carried in like a cardboard tube of 3. Yeah, and you'd have like 2, a guy would carry 2, and he'd have some shoulder straps as well, which is what these are. So you could have it over your shoulder like that. You could carry 2 in your hand, and you could have another 2 pairs on these straps. So a guy would be carrying, like, you know, quite a few of those bombs up to the...
So that'd be a 2-man outfit, would it? Loader and a carrier?
Normal crew would be 2, yeah. And I mean, the allocation of a PIAT was kind of dependent on what they were actually doing. I don't think there is a standard PIAT equipment level.
No,
because they were assigned at company level, and then they were parcelled out from there, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, well, I mean, one guy can load it and fire it himself, but it's getting the ammunition to him.
So Arnhem, for example, so they had more PIATs because they needed to carry a lighter weapon, and obviously...
Do you mind showing us how that comes apart?
Yeah, go on, I'll let you do it, because you're the...
He's the armourer.
He said, well, this is his toy, so...
Yeah.
Okay.
You've just got that in that bubble wrap just to represent. Otherwise, it'll just rattle around by itself.
Yeah.
But yeah, you'd have the shaped charge in there. You see.
You've got to detonate. You've got to make it direct.
Yes.
This has got to make the point
Yeah,
of
you want
contact.
a good firm contact with whatever you're shooting at. If it's like an angled surface, you could risk it like bouncing off and going elsewhere. Yeah.
And also, if you hit on the angle, because it is a hollow charge, you end up losing a lot of the force, because the hollow charge basically, you know, tunnels through the armour in a sense. Whereas if you've got it at an angle and it still goes off, it loses its effectiveness.
What you've got a fuse in there, which is normally carried in here.
Alright.
So you take it out of its carrier, put it into the top before you shoot
carefully
it.
attach that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, because you wouldn't want that on there all the time and then you drop it.
No, you would not.
It might spoil your day somewhat.
Yeah. All right, well, thanks for your time.
You're welcome.
For the PIAT.
That's all right.
Thank you.
Nice talking to you.
Just waiting for Yankee Doodle. Sorry.
Gotcha. That gentleman's asking for Yankee Doodle.
Oh yeah, I got that.
Well done, sir.
I wish I'd brought my mouth organ because I had a duet.
This is B flat, so it wouldn't have helped you.
You enjoyed that?
Yeah, it was.
My jacket's undone. Do you want to take another photo? The jacket shouldn't be undone.
Oh, thank you so much. It's lovely. I love this as well.
Yeah, that's my photo. I've got a symbol.
Catch you. Nothing all day. You come out and eat ice cream, mate.
Even a soldier needs an ice cream.
Yeah.
If you like, but these are stick grenades.
So I'm with a fella here, he's representing the Germans, but he's brought his own equipment, so this is your own, basically your own display
that's
as
right.
such.
Yeah, that's right. So there you got the ball at the end there, so obviously they would release that, they would pull that, and there would be like a 3 to 5 second delay.
Is that an egg grenade, is it?
No, that's a stick grenade.
Oh, that's a stick grenade.
That's a stick grenade. Down there you've got an egg grenade. And also down here you've got Pervitin. It's a drug that was manufactured by a Berlin drug company, used during the early years of the war.
Was that a steroid?
Yeah, it's like crystal meth. That's basically what it was. So they would take in the fall of France was when they used it most. Obviously, the only thing was with this stuff, it actually had side effects.
So they wouldn't sleep for one thing.
Yeah, yeah. Well, they would go 3 days, 3 nights with no sleep.
And then they would sleep badly.
Yeah, and obviously they'd start seeing things, you know.
Ooh.
So we've got an incendiary bomb down there. Probably for me would be Dresden, used on Dresden, if you like. So, you know.
Do you know, one of these.
Obviously,
one of these landed on the Peldon Rose in Essex on the pub roof.
Right. Okay.
And the local travellers. Well, there's a few of these landed on the roof, and they brushed it off with long sticks.
Right.
So yeah, I remember that from the history.
Yeah. So it's just an incendiary. I mean, it's and obviously it catches fire on wood. Basically, just sets wood ablaze. I've got a book here. Beware of the English. It's a German book made by Germans, but this is a illustrated swastika in there. This is a book that's just how the Germans see us. It's translated in English, but they're thinking like Winston Churchill was a terrorist, and the English are all very fat and lazy and not disciplined, drink too much and smoke too much and eat too much.
Well, I agree with some of that.
But
nothing much is changing, is it?
Yeah, at the end of the day, we're all Anglo-Saxons, aren't we?
Yeah, well,
so, you know.
Well, that's coming from the Germans, who are Saxons.
Yeah.
So, So how long have you been
I've been doing it about 4
collecting?
years now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I know my history, I suppose.
So what's got you into it?
Started off with buying a helmet off Amazon.
Oh.
I'm obsessed with a star helmet.
That's a big mistake then, mate, buying helmets.
And it progressed to the uniform. So, and then my partner was screaming her head off, and I didn't stop at just one uniform. It carried on. I've got several uniforms now, of all different.
You've taken over the wardrobe, have you?
Yes, basically, yeah. So all different units. I've got Gross Deutschland. I've got Alpine Corps, SS, Wehrmacht.
Okay.
All different ones.
So do you enjoy watching the films like Where Eagles Dare and so on?
Yeah, and that's where I got
That's
the
a good film, though, isn't it?
inspiration.
Oh, did you?
Dad dragging me down there when I was 8 years old. Come on, you're going to the cinema, and seeing Clint Eastwood hold two MP40s at the same time. Nah, don't quite think that. That's not right, you know.
Yeah, but he's Clint Eastwood.
Yeah. So, but no, it's all good stuff.
All right, well, enjoy your day.
Yeah,
Thank you.
okay,
Thank you.
Lovely. Thank you.
Yes. So I'm going to take you to this lovely memorial dedicated to all the veterans of D-Day. And it also remembers Don Shepherd, who is a veteran who died just recently, aged 104. Now, several years ago I had the honour of meeting Don here at the same event. It was a colder day, but he's such a lovely fella. And he's with his grandson and he gave his time. Now if you go back through my videos, you'll capture the video of me chatting to Don. So here lists some of the services of the other veterans who I dare say would have all known each other. We do owe them a lot, don't we, really? I think these memorials are very important for the families of these soldiers and seamen and airmen. I think although a lot of the servicemen and servicewomen of the time and civilians have long gone now, it's very important that these memorials are set up in a way because it supports those that perhaps are still serving and the families. It gives them a place that they can visit. I mean, this one is in Normandy, in Vers-sur-Mer. You can make out the landing craft there and all the troops coming ashore. So have a look at the memorial. I was just talking to a gentleman who's explaining about this. Each year on the anniversary of D-Day, they play the bagpipes here. Bravo.
Good job, Mum.
All right, gentlemen.
All right.
Always sneaking about.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yes, mate.
How long does it take to learn a piece like that?
You've got to line them up. Go on then.
Maybe a bit of a dumb question, but
About 3 hours.
Oh,
really?
Well, that's how long it took me anyway.
Oh, really?
Depends if you're talking about learning the music or learning to play the instrument.
Yeah, about
Yeah.
seven years to play that instrument.
Okay.
And you can probably pick up that in a few weeks in the drums.
Oh, that was loud, wasn't it?
Pipe and drum at the halt. 1, 2. now going to
16 rounds stored in here. It was known as the damn Yankee rifle that you loaded on a Monday and it fired all week. 1858.
Gary only works 2 days a week.
Right. You've got to get louder blanks. Of the Enfield, used by the Union in the Civil War. They reckon that Union sharpshooters could take out Confederate sailors on the Mississippi at up to 1,000 yards, which is quite an achievement.
Not me though. Rob likes to go close combat with his butt.
That's a proper bang. Now, 1867, Remington rolling block, single shot carbine, breech loader, very reliable, never gives any trouble. You can still buy them today. They still make them. Basically designed for buffalo hunting. Right, now, this is the game changer. We are now coming to 1873. This is John Wayne and that's Burt Lancaster.
No, the other way around.
Oh, sorry, yeah. Now, what we have here is the archetypal cowboy gun. The Colt single action army model. Came in a variety of barrel lengths, 45 caliber, which was also very convenient because the Winchester rifles, which originated from the original Henry, took the same round. So you didn't have to carry 2 sets of ammunition. So these are 45 caliber in your own time, gentlemen. We're only firing shot blanks with these, so it would actually be a little bit louder. Repeater, 1895. This is the genuine article, incidentally. One of the first early weapons to actually have the rounds chambered in a magazine and not in the tube. And although it's an American gun, it was calibered in .303. Incredibly rare. Incredibly rare. Lovely jubbly. You got another one? Yeah. Oh yeah, you got 2. Right, okay. So, that was just a brief selection of, I mean, we have a few other members that couldn't make it, and we have a few other
Because you shot them last week.
So, now, we've covered the popular handguns, etc., and rifles. What do you think was the most popular and widely used firearm in the West? Absolutely correct. Great for close contact crowd control, but also going out and getting your food. Mainly 20 gauge, 10 gauge and 12 gauge. Hard hitters, and when you... Oh, yeah, lovely job.
You've got to support us. I run the saloon and I know what I need, and that's my man in charge. I mean,
There's a problem. Hold on.
I am independent.
Hold on. There's a big problem with the saloon though.
You don't pay, that's why. Where's my percentage? I get nothing.
You're not earning enough, are you?
Bring the men in. He's coming back. He's coming back.
I said to you,
We want Tony as mayor. We want Tony as mayor. I told you I'm going to bring my boys back. Boys? Not girls. Girls? Yeah, your girls are over there. I can guarantee I'll give you more money. What? Grown up about what? You're never grown up. You can go back that way.
you wouldn't have anything without me.
Nothing at all. Nothing? Oh, what do you reckon, girls?
You wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for me. Look how well you're done.
I know, because I've done it
my-
myself.
off
Not
my
off
face.
yourself.
Get off here.
No way.
Listen, I'm going to get upset.
You're going to get upset. Get off your stool. And get upset.
Here we go. Here we go.
Come on, I said I wanted an election, not a gunfight. That's what I think of your mayor.
Can you just slow down a little bit?
I'm going to wait till that land office is fully clear and I'm going to go in there because he's got too much money. I don't think he's legit.
So you're a bit greedy, are you?
Not a bit greedy, it's just enough to share.
So you want him to share it out?
He won't share it up.
He won't.
My 6 gun will let him shoot it.
Can we have a look at your old gun?
Yep. So this is only a Brownie. It's classed as a starter pistol, but it does the job. I get some problems with it, but
why is that? Because of your age?
No, it's just
Experience, or-
it's well, at the moment it's price. You know, you get all different types of blank firers. You get your Ubertis, your PIATs, your Trinities. This is just, you know, most probably 150 I've seen in some stalls. It's a good pistol, but if you want the full experience of what a Colt Peacemaker is, you'd want to go for something like a Trinity, which is a lot more money, but it's just a higher class revolver, really.
So if we could go back in time, would I ask you this just now? Would you fancy going back in the days of the Wild West?
Obviously it was a hard time, you know, as I said before, you go out of the town, you don't really know if you're going to run across natives, you know, you don't know what you're going to get inside the town. It's a prospecting town as well, so there is gold going about, and who knows if you're going to get a visit in the night thinking that you have gold in your tent.
Have you got a character from that time that you admired? Gold miner or gunfighter?
I
or
would
maybe
say
just somebody just working honest for a living.
I mean, I take a lot of, so you'll hear of the term a cowboy, and a cowboy is very different to an average person, but it is at the same time used class to be, you know, the everyday person, which it wasn't. A cowboy was either a ranch hand or, you know, something
like
to
a ranch hand, is
yeah,
it? Yeah,
something to do with cattle, and they would go out on the plains. They lived, you know, they lived rough, they lived hard, you know, camping. You wouldn't know if you're going to get enough food.
So if you could give up all your... Here's a big question for you.
Yeah.
If you could give up all your IT, your comforts, your medication, your protection from the law, you know, not law, but the civil law, you know, civil unrest, and you could go back for just a few days.
Yeah.
But there's no protection against diseases, no protection against...
A few days I would, but it's purely, I want to experience not only that, but the views. You know, imagine riding on a horse across an open bit of country.
Fair enough, yeah. It'd be an experience,
camping
wouldn't
up in the trees, it's just...
Be different
it'd
from
be a
Essex.
beautiful sight, but very dangerous, but very beautiful at the same time.
If you could get away with it just for 2 days.
Yeah, I think I would.
Fair enough.
All right.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
You too.
Good on you. So a young fella here who's just taking part in the reenactment. So you're protecting your homestead or village?
Well,
or
this is
town?
it's a mining town in the Black Hills.
Sorry,
of
yeah, you
Dakota.
told me earlier, mining town, yeah.
So, with it being, me personally, I've been on the run from the law. Now,
Have
I've been
you now?
chased through the states. I was in a wrestling gang, chased through the states, and somehow found myself mixed here. It's a mining town, there's not too much for me.
What was your rustling?
Bit of cattle, bit of horses, here and there, you know.
So you're with a gang of some sort, are you?
I was, I mean, I'm on my own now. I've joined in with a couple of boys. We're thinking about robbing the land office.
We're called the Red Knights. We're an international community for firefighters who work. So firefighters, those who work for the fire service in any way, shape or form. Family members, those who work in the support role. And
What a
also,
great club to be in.
it's a fantastic thing to be in.
Isn't it?
It is. We've got countries. We have a worldwide community. We've got 10,000 reasons to be a Red Knight. All the friends and family we have now. But we decided 3 years ago to build this National Fire Service Memorial. And the reason we built this memorial was because there wasn't a memorial like it in the country. The only other structure in the UK that held the names of the firefighters who've died in the UK is just outside St Paul's Cathedral. 2,344 firefighters from 1905 to the present day. So the Arboretum in Staffordshire, which is the central focus in the UK for remembrance, has a fire service memorial, but they have no names on that memorial. So we wanted to have somewhere that held the names of those firefighters. So Fran and Peter Theobald, who own the site, the Living Memorial, allowed us to create this national red plaque.
It's extremely kind of them, actually.
Well, the red plaque scheme, as it says there, is a Fire Brigade Union initiative to remember firefighters who've died in anger. So the 2 firefighters that died recently in Bicester, Oxfordshire, will have a plaque placed where they died.
Can we have a little closer look at the plaques, please?
Of course you can. We have, and I've lost it there, we have a royal connection on the wall. Edward VII, His Majesty Edward VII. Now he created Sandringham. So Bertie, as he was locally known, was a keen amateur firefighter when he was the Prince of Wales. Because of that reason, we asked permission if we can have him honour his memory, creating the fire service. It was actually incorporated into Norfolk Fire and Rescue in the late 60s. So the service is part of the Norfolk Fire Service now.
Oh, that's really nice you've done that.
And my father is up the top there. So
Do you mind if we look at him? Is that
Oh,
right?
please, yes. So here we have Ron Patterson from Tayside Fire Brigade.
Yeah.
So my father served for 30 years in Tayside Fire and Rescue. Fortunately, he was told he had cancer when he retired, and it eventually led to his demise. This memorial is set apart from the other memorial, St Paul's Cathedral, because we recognise not only firefighters who've died doing their jobs, we've also recognised those whose lives have been limited through the mitigating factors of firefighting. So your cancers, your COPD, your asbestosis.
Is that your breathing problems, is
Your
it?
breathing problems, even suicide. So again, this is why we've dedicated this to all control officers and firefighters. Because control officers, they don't necessarily have to endure the same atmospheres that we endure as firefighters, but they have the same stresses that we endure.
And you've also got a fire truck there.
We have a fire museum behind Gray's fire station.
Yeah, I've seen that. It's very
Okay,
interesting.
and Roger Pickett, who started the museum, this was one of his first
Oh,
machines.
okay.
And Roger Pickett is a lovely man, and when he retired from the museum, a few years later, this machine, because it was age was starting to take its effects, they were going to scrap the vehicle. And we decided to have the vehicle here as a monument to the man who started, but also I want to drive in one of these machines.
Yeah.
And they're fantastic.
Yeah,
they really are.
and you built a structure for the roof.
We've built a structure for the roof, and we even built this statue.
Oh, you built it
This
yourself?
bespoke statue. We got an artist. His name's Dave, and he's from Southend, and he created this bespoke one-off statue for us. There's a painting in the memorial called Saved. It's an 18th, 19th century Victorian painting of a firefighter carrying out a damsel in distress, and we wanted our own adaptation to that.
It's absolutely lovely. And this building here?
Yeah, please come have a look. So again, we have a museum in Grays, but this is our doff to the cap to the museum. So we have mannequins with various styles of breathing apparatus and fire gear. This is your sort of 1970s Melton tunic with plastic leggings. The sort of gear my father would have worn. There's a tunic in the back of the museum in a case, and that was my father's. So that tunic in that wooden case was my father's.
It's amazing.
And again, everything tells a story.
Is that woolen?
Yes. Cool. Again, it wouldn't have been made of a synthetic material because of the era it came from.
Mm.
And wool, as we know, it has a fire retardant property. But again, we decided, so we have little attractions for the children. We've got Fireman Sam.
It's absolutely lovely what you've done here, yeah.
And we have various pieces of equipment. But again, compared to our museum in Grays, this is just a nod. The full story can be told at our museum at Grays.
I like what you've got here. It's accessible, isn't it? The equipment.
Well, this whole site is accessible. The site of the Living Memorial in Rettendon is accessible 7 days a week. So this place never shuts. It's open from dawn till dusk. It's open from Sunday to the following Sunday. It's open 7 days a week. Again, this is a 20-acre memorial site, mainly military memorials, all the conflicts, all the campaigns, all the services, Army, Navy, Air Force, from the First World War to present day Afghanistan, and now we have police, fire and ambulance represented.
Well, thanks for your service and the time you give today. It's a
No
great
worries,
honour.
thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
See you later.
See you.
It's soon over now. You can have your beer when you get home.
Oh God, yeah. As soon as I walk through the door.
As soon as you walk through the door.
Yeah.
Sorted.
And there's the trailer over there if you want to wait till we've got the trailer hooked up.
All right.
How do you? We've got to say goodbye to our Russian friends. They've looked after us all weekend.
Good on you.
We've had their borscht. We watched the film last night.
Did they feed you?
Yeah.
Well, you have a goulash thing, did you?
They call it borscht. I said goulash and it's borscht.
Yeah, it's Hungarian, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, they looked after you. That's the main thing.
Yep, they did. We haven't got any more stuff.
This is his daily. Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. It's mental.
No, that's the way it should be.
Yeah. So he taught me to drive this yesterday. Bear in mind.
Yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday.
So you're fully competent now?
When I got in it, I was like, what on earth? But it is so simple. Like, it is incredibly simple. It looks scary.
Just start what's the odd bit.
Yeah, starting it is probably the weirdest part, but it looks scary, but it's not. It's so incredibly simple to drive. Take it easy.